Morning, YouTube. We are going to smoke the Rojas Street Taco Carnitas Robusto. Rojas Street Taco. It's a 5x50. I've heard a bunch of things about these, but I've never had one, so this would be my first one. Interesting smell. I have 2 lighters, one in each armpit, trying to warm them up. I got the space heater going. Is that enough light? Yeah, it's enough light. The Rojas Street Taco Carnitas. I've heard these are pretty good. Everything's a little moist in here. We're gonna straight cut this one. Maybe. There we go. Alright, we're gonna try a soft flame. It's warmed up. Oh, no, we're not. It's closed foot. Well, you can still do a soft flame. Let's try it. Uh-oh. That's a small flame. There we go. Well, right off the bat, it has that flavor that I do not like in Connecticut, which is that kind of earthy, not earthy, but like metallic tang. I've heard other people refer to it like ammonia-ish, but it's more like a metallic tangy flavor. Bitter. That's already going away, so that must have just been that very end of the foot. I'm going to go ahead and tap that off, that part of the ash. Get rid of that. This is our first cigar of the day, by the way. Alright, so now the mixture of the tobacco and the wrapper is better now. So if I smoke another one of these, I'm going to cut that closed foot off because I don't like that on this one. Now it just kind of is definitely a little bit barnyardy hay flavor with some pepper. Definitely some nice pepper on the retro, not overpowering, but it's enough there to just hit the nostrils, don't go up into the sinus. Definitely a little bit like barnyardy. Has a little bit of that hay grass flavor, but that could still be just the lingering of that foot, that tang. Definitely like a cedar flavor in there also. So far, this isn't my favorite. Sorry, Rojas. My first time having your cigar, and so far, it's kind of tangy bitter. Not tangy like sour tangy, but like a metal tangy tin metallic, there we go, like a metallic tang, and a little bit of like grassy bitterness. I bought this. I'm like saying it in case he actually ever seen my video, which I doubt he will. But he did not send this to me. I bought him. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. Right now, I'm not liking it. It's one of those kind of Connecticut's that has that... Oh, wake up, Randy. To me, it's one of those Connecticut's that has that metallic tanginess and the grassy hay bitterness to it, which a lot of people like. It just doesn't hit my taste buds the way I want it to. The retrohale is nice, but the finish, that aftertaste finish, has that. There is an underlining nice tobacco flavor in here, though, that's trying to come out. But my taste buds just keep finding the other stuff. Cool band, though. Maybe I need to add some more light. Let's turn this little light on. Does that help, or does that just make it freaking glare? Yeah, Rojas, if you ever see my video, nothing personal, bro, but this just isn't hitting my taste buds the way I want it to so far. I can tell there's a good tobacco flavor in here, just my taste buds are finding those metallic bitterness, tanginess first. Nice construction. I mean, look at the smoke coming out of the cap. Doesn't take much to get a nice smoke, mouthful of smoke. The retro is actually good. I might just have to retrohale this whole cigar. Because when the smoke's in my mouth, just on the finish, like when you just do the mouth, my tongue's only wanting to pick up those flavors. Besides, like I said, there's an underlining nice tobacco flavor. I can tell in there that my mouth is just finding those other flavors too quick. I know it's trying to transition. Definitely a nice retro. The pepper is eased out a little bit, but it's still there. But it only stays in the nostril. Don't go up in the sinus for me anyway. I can tell there's an underlining sweetness in here, sweetness / floral note wanting to come out. But maybe it's just, I don't know. It's one of those Connecticut's that my taste buds find those two things first, and they're just not for me. I'm not saying this is a bad smoke. It's just that flavor profile doesn't agree with my mouth. But a lot of people like that flavor, so I just wish I could get past those on my taste buds and just focus on what I can tell is a nice tobacco flavor and that floral sweetness that's trying to come out, that's underlined underneath those. Anyway, let's see if this will transition, and I'll come back. Just talk your ear off for 10 minutes. So Alright, everybody. Took the first band off. We had a boo-boo hanging out underneath that band. Come on, light. Can you guys see that? That was underneath the band. Anyway, happy to say that metallic tang and bitterness has actually mild way down at this point, halfway in. Now I'm actually being able to pick up that nice floral sweetness, which is pretty nice. You can tell there's a little bit of cedar in there. The pepper is nice. It's like for me, it's like a sweet white pepper, not a black pepper. Still a little bit on the retro. But on that retro, you can actually get to that sweet floral note now. There's another little flavor in there that I keep getting that's trying to come forward, but I can't place what it is. But I'm actually really happy that metallic tang and that grassy bitterness has went way down. So maybe it just took that long for this tobacco to warm up, because even at the beginning, I could tell there was an underlining nice tobacco flavor in there. I just couldn't get past on my taste buds. So that actually makes me super happy that it's finally at the point where it's developed enough to get past that. It's actually a lot easier to smoke now. A little bit more enjoyable. Keep holding it wrong because I got the space heater going, so it keeps blowing. You can see my burn line. Either get a tent to help with the burn line because of the wind, and then I got the darn space heater pointing at me, so it doesn't seem like that little boo-boo went all the way through. It's just on the wrapper, and it didn't stick to the... I looked at the band, it wasn't stuck to the band, but it's alright, we're gonna burn right through it. Doesn't seem to smoke or affect the smoking. That is a nice tobacco sweetness coming out in that natural tobacco flavor, you know. And the floral note is just, it's not real strong, but it's there. It's actually developed into a decent cigar. Much easier to smoke when you're not like, you know. The smoke feel is about in between a soft and a medium. For me anyway. But that retro, even through the other parts, the retro has been a great. This is a good retro cigar right here. Anyway, that's how it's developed. I'm super happy it kicked in gear and developed past that first part of well, I was trying to talk to you guys and the camera cut off. Anyway, I was saying I'm glad it developed past those flavors and into something that's a lot easier to smoke for me. Because some of these Connecticut's, you know, I'm going to look it up. I keep saying Connecticut. It might not be. It might be a shade. I'll look it up. They have that flavor, and I can't get past them. This one made a turn for the good, though. The Rojas Street Taco Carnitas. Sorry to all the Spanish people. I'm not making fun of your speech, because that sounded horrible. I don't do a good Spanish impression, do I? Okay, here's a little info on it. medium to medium plus bodied cigar. Rich Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and filler. The filler includes premium tobacco from Nicaragua's Somoto region near the Honduras border, delivering a creamy, signature profile. So the wrapper is Ecuadorian Sumatra. Medium to mild to medium strength. I agree with that. Wrapped in an Ecuadorian Connecticut leaf, so it is Connecticut. All right. Deep flavors of maple, coffee, sweetness, and hay undertones. Definitely on the hay undertones. But they weren't undertones, they were forefront for me at the beginning. Maybe some of that other bitterness I was getting was like a coffee bitterness, coffee bean bitterness. But it tastes more metallic bitterness to me. I'm not getting, well, maybe the maple is that that floral sweetness I'm getting. I don't know. All I know is it's made a turn for the better. That I do know. So I'm happy for that. Definitely happy it made a turn because it makes it a lot easier to smoke. So anyway, that's how it is for me. In my opinion, I'm not gonna go seeking a box of these. I bought a 2-pack or a 2er. I have one more. We'll let it rest a little bit longer, and we'll revisit this down the road. But yeah, at this point, I'm all right. I'm not gonna go seeking out anymore. So we'll be back.